Welcome, air signs. This is a collective reading, which will be followed by each individual air sign, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, reading that is time-stamped. Hopefully, I'm working on that. This is directly about your connection to ancestors, which you may be accessing through your dream life. And one of the reasons that uh, the dream life is such a rich and fertile area from which we can have communications from spirit is because for most of us, we are unconscious. We are not consciously resisting the presence of spirits in our world. And this is founded on a belief that spirits of all sorts, elementals, guides, ancestors are around us in various ways. They may not always be directly communicating with us, but they exist. And as we become more conscious and aware of their impact on our lives, we can fashion our dream experiences so that we are in dialogue with them, we are in conversation with them, or we are communicating or open to receiving communications. And this is important because, again, they are often trying to give us specific and clear messages to guide us in particular ways. And we, in turn, can be supporting them through our own healing journey by confronting, dealing with, uh, exorcising or excavating, interrogating areas that help and support them on their journey, whatever kind of journey that is. So it is about the ways in which the various states of your dreaming life, some of you are prolific dreamers. Some of you may not be so prolific, but with conscious intent, you can amplify your dream experiences. And by journaling, whether you journal your dreams or simply journal in any way that is comfortable, that promotes a kind of meditative state, a release, a document that is not so controlled. Um, and including a dream journal specifically, and there's a specific way of journaling about your dreams that is helpful. This is about the various states you can achieve in that communication with spirit, if that is your aim. Also, astral projection, lucid dreamings. These are ways that we integrate our conscious desires, our questions, our inquiries into our dream life in a way that is more inclined to be responded to if we are open to it. And certainly the journaling process is a key to the dream experience because of the way that we can focus on images or symbols or a feeling that we had that can begin to unlock aspects of the dream that we want to remember now. So starting with a key phrase, an idea, an image, and allowing yourself to connect information or experiences in the dream freely is part of that. Lucid dreaming is another way in which we become conscious in our dreams that we are dreaming and thereby can consciously direct the events as they unfold. We can consciously direct or unfold or manifest the outcomes that we're looking for. None of this is as clean and clear as I may be making it out to be. This can be quite an intense or circuitous, but a fascinating process for those of you that are working on your own wounds, particularly childhood, familial, ancestral, or generational, even cultural traumas. So with that spirit, I have pulled an oracle card from the glyph deck, and the words are illumination, and usually the metallics are bouncing off and glaring, but here, this is really the key to the messages on these cards. And the other word is flames. If you flip it this way, and this is really talking about some insights, some awareness, some consciousness elevation you are experiencing. And your dream life, your connections to spirit, however they occur to you, whether in dreams or not, can be aiding you in understanding the arc of your present moment in the context of this life, past lives, or the past lives or experiences of your ancestors. So, this is a way in which you are being called to be aware, to be honest with yourself about your openness to new ideas. And this is for all air signs. This is really your zone of comfort and facility, the intellect, the intuition, openness to ideas, the ability to mediate and facilitate discussion, conversation, words specifically. And this is a key to whatever information you're gaining from the spirit realm. In the present, the Nine of Wands is talking about some effort you have been making consistently over a period of time, towards a cherished goal, an important goal to you. And this shows that you have actually invested your whole heart, your whole self into the achievement, the attempt at something which has worn you down, which has damaged you, but it has only increased your determination and clarity that this is for you. It feels like you're still looking for the key to the final door. And that is where this illumination or information from your dream life or through spirit in your dreams or your meditations, your prayers may be providing you with that. It does require you to be open-hearted, to be receptive to the information that you're receiving, because you have a wealth of experience that you've already built up. And so there's a sense that you know this thing, this goal inside out, and you have only left the final victory, the final achievement in order to close out this journey that has, for many of you, prepared you for something even greater. In the past, the Magician card is clarifying the energy of your heightened creative will. So this is Mercury rules this card, which is again about ideas, thoughts, travel, communication, even the way you think about things, the way you can present information so a variety of people with different skills can understand the ideas you are presenting or promoting. This is important because whatever it is you set out to do, whatever project or creation you're about building, is something that requires information at every step along the way. You're wise enough to know that you don't know everything, even if you know enough to innovate, to come up with an idea that will facilitate greater communication, better research, and a way of making that available to more people. So your goal, the thing you're building, is a direct expression of your greatest gifts, your best gifts. There's a clarity that you bring, an intention that is inspirational to others. And in the past, we have the Sun card. The Sun card is the future, not the past. The Sun is really about the work that you've been doing to be authentic, to illuminate your own gifts, to understand those ideas that are original to you, the things that give you joy, that give you purpose. And so much of the sun is about our life purpose. It's about our way that we belong to the world. And this indicates a joyfulness as a result of having understood your mission of service to the planet, whatever that is, however humble or grand. Understanding that almost is a liberation for you. It frees you up from what can feel like the petty concerns of your life or your active effort, and focuses on the pleasure that you gain in articulating your mission or doing the work that is about inclusiveness, including a variety of people, sort of underneath, we're all the same. This is something that you see, this is something that you understand, and this is what helps you to motivate and even orchestrate a team, a collaboration that is highly productive because it is well invested. Its full participation is invited by you, understanding that the more stake individuals or teams have in a project, the more likely they are to do their best. And this not only increases the opportunity of success naturally, but it also increases the pleasure and joy that people come to understand is the real reward of the work. Fame may be likely, but or renown of some sort may be likely, but this really is about the nature of the work you do and how liberating it feels to be in the service of that work. I'm going to finish off this collective read with the Sun Stone. How very appropriate with the Sun card. The key word is empowerment. I am empowered in all areas of my life. This seems very clear to me as a final message of your collective reading for air signs. So thank you. I hope you continue to your specific sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius will follow. But if we part here, thank you so much for supporting me, liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing this. I always appreciate your comments. So until next time, namaste. Welcome, Gemini. I pulled a card for you. The World is clarifying the Nine of Wands, and this is describing the way that you are completing something. And it's interesting, as the Nine of Wands very specifically talks about getting to the end of something and the determination to do so. However, I sensed and believe I spoke in the introduction about this is getting to the end of something, finishing something, achieving something, understanding that it is in preparation for something much greater. And that's what the World is emphasizing here, that you are preparing a launch, you're preparing something to be presented that you are creating. This is something that rests upon the power of your word, the power of your success and achievement, and the way that that is providing a foundation that has been based on the lessons you've learned. You have a lot of experience, and this is saying there's a natural ending point to this phase of a project or a pre-project or a preliminary project that you are ready to launch. You've already thought about what it is you're going to do because you have become aware towards the end of this particular precursor that you wanted this to build into something greater. You're feeling now prepared to share what you have been working on with the world, and in that way of finding a closure to the particular circumstances that you're in. And this is also emphasizing a level of honesty that is required as you evaluate the lessons learned, the energy it took for you to get here. There's a lot of investment of your heart in the steps leading up to being prepared for something new. In the past, the Death card is clarifying the Magician card. And this is interesting, and I'm feeling a lot of anxiousness with the energy here. And in some part, it's because Mercury is prominently placed in my own chart. So the kind of nervous, environmental, social energy I feel as a result of so much happening so quickly. After a relatively moody first couple of months, this is taking us out of our safe inner space, a space where we have prepared ourselves really to be open with an open heart, to expose our plans and our ideas. That's coming to a close. We're moving into a place of high action and high visibility. This is intentional for you in whatever area you work. For all air signs, there has been the careful planning and collaboration towards a release of an old way of doing things. This may be the impact you're having on an institution, an organization you work for or with, that is helping you to position your innovative idea, product, or service in a way that answers the need that's been created by so much change in the world. And this is a powerful message because you're feeling the pressure of this, not because you're pressured from the outside, but because your own sense of awareness around the increased needs of the public, or increased needs of your students or your clients or your audiences, whoever you interface with, community members, family members. There's a greater need to understand new ways of doing things, certainly alternatives, but this is with a full present awareness of the shape of our global world, audiences, and communities. And this may not have been the information that we had in the past. Certainly, as you were building this idea, project, or plan, and the need for what you are offering has increased incrementally as you are experiencing personal change and promoting that change as a way of promoting and putting forward this new idea. In the future, the Eight of Swords is describing, I think, the kind of pressure and tension that has been described previously, where you're feeling a kind of pressure. And this pressure is the result of so many opinions, so many strategies, so many failures of others that are part of your purview. And in some ways, this can be a hindrance to moving forward, because your focus is on what others' opinions, other points of view, and the past, how the past hasn't worked out, how it has failed. And in that way, the pressure is to do the right thing. For you, because of the wealth of I think, spiritual intention, clarity about what it is that you're doing and why. Your motivations are pure. You're actually looking sincerely for the truth, a truth, or building upon your own truth to open up information that has been hidden from others, demystifying processes that make it easier for people to communicate and share ideas. And this is such a powerful mission that you can be overwhelmed with the details that are attending to not only closing out an old phase, but opening up a new one. This card absolutely talks about the self-induced anxiety as a result of this overwhelm of ideas, of perspectives, of history, and instead, it actually is blinding you to your own path forward. And so that is important as you recognize that all of the noise can be helpful, but it's actually pulling you away from your greatest strengths, your intuition. Your intuition is what brings this all together, what helps you conclude this matter and determine a single step forward. And again, the flame card, oracle card that was pulled easier, this illumination is really about the simplicity of your plan, of your project. So I hope this has been helpful for you, Gemini. I'm going to finish this off with an oracle card. There's the fire agate, and the key word is creativity. This is an incredibly beautiful depiction of a stone. I allow the creativity of my soul to shine through into the world. So this concludes indeed your reading, Gemini. I hope this has been helpful. Please like this. Please share this with others. And I would love you to drop your thoughts if you feel inclined into the comments section. It all supports me, and I appreciate that. Until next time, namaste. Welcome, Libra. I pulled for you for the Nine of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Wands. And this is describing beautiful energy of self-confidence, incredible self-esteem, and a real burning desire. And it so beautifully matches the Glyph Oracle card that I pulled for you earlier, Flames Illumination. This feels as though the flame of your desire, your intent, your creation, what you're creating is burning brightly. It is fueling you, and this is part of what is giving you joy because it feels authentic to you. It feels like a natural progression of your gifts and talents that you have developed consciously. So this illumination is turning up the flame within you. And this is communicating to others. This passion that you exude is attracting attention. You're being seen. You're being invited to places. People want to include you, but the real powerful upshot for you personally is the way that this energy gains you the resources, the contacts, the attention that what it is you want to create is deserving of, and what you intend. So what you desire specifically is what you are able to attract through the passion of your communication, your effort, your actions, your clarity. Others know that you are determined. Others know you intend to be successful. And that is part of what, independent of what it is you're creating, people are drawn to. So this powerful magnetism is really coming from this place of really authentically shining, letting yourself be yourself freely, but understanding the power that you can channel consciously into a project, into something that also includes the way that you want to be inclusive as you pull all manner of skills and people into your organization, your collaboration, or your team. In the past, the Four of Swords is clarifying the Magician card, and there's everything about the energy of your ruling planet, not your ruling planet, but the planet Mercury, that is requiring you to think very carefully before you speak. And this is something you've been working on for a while. What comes to me is a navigation around the various audiences, contacts, connections, networks that exist for you, and the care with which you are expressing your intention. A lot of what I feel you are expressing is the results of lessons learned, and they've been hard ones. I feel that you have had ideas taken from you. You have shared ideas confidentially with others only to see someone else take your idea and blast it in an environment in which you intended to use it. This is coming as a kind of betrayal that you have had to understand in a larger context. That in some ways you were sharing ideas and allowing others to practice those ideas before you put them together in the form that you are now hatching, that is becoming a part of your foundation. And it's also uh, allowing you to be appreciative of the fact that others could not land your ideas in the way that you can. They cannot share them in the way that they can because they're not coming from your experience and your wisdom. So, in this way, you've tested your ideas through other people's kind of betrayal. And that has allowed you to rehearse this so that you are formulating a much clearer communicative grounding and basis that provides you with the foundation of information you need to refine these ideas and put them out in a more polished and thoughtful way. In the future, the Sun card is clarified by the Ten of Cups, and this is really about the kind of community you envision. This community encompasses every area of your life. So if this is about your work, this is the community that exists around your work, and that it is including your home life, how you flow your resources, your gifts, your joy into your work, and how that impacts positively on your home, your community, on the public that you serve. This is beautiful because what you're building is something that is invites others to partake in your joy, allows others to enjoy or participate in this joyful mission of service. This is a mission that emphasizes the abundance in the world and generates more, but it's abundance on the terms of each community as resources are considered, as this project is considered. It is tailor-made to those it serves. And this is important because the idea is contentment, fulfillment at some level. You're providing something that is essential to others. And one of the most important things that everyone seems to need more of in our shattering world is connection, but authentic connection. It's not just about rainbows and sunshine all the time. It's a safe place to share your experiences, to learn from the experiences of others, and to pay that forward in some way. But it is the simple sharing of even the most onerous burden that brings joy and enlightenment into your life and into the lives of others. This is so flooded with sunshine and light, joy and passion, but it's passion that is intended to be shared with a community, with the world. And the amber flipped out. I'm going to take it. And the key word is ancestors. So here we go. We're kind of back to the very inception of this particular reading, how you're connecting to your ancestors. And it looks to me like there is someone in particular who has emerged from your connection with spirit, however it occurs to you. It may be someone appearing in your dreams. It may be someone who has um, uh, offered their story as an inspiration to what I believe is offering you an opportunity to lead. And you're understanding leadership in the context that is safe and familiar with you. So, what may seem like leadership to others, for you, I believe, is more of a facilitation. You lead through your passion, modeling what you care about. That's what draws people to you. But you actually implement your desire, your goals through facilitation of a larger and more inclusive community that feels inspired and taken care of, connecting with safety and protection in that effort. The card reads, "My ancestors are guiding and loving me now and always. I'm open to receive their support and wisdom." I certainly hope this has been helpful for you, Libra. If so, please like this video, share this with others, subscribe to my channel, and certainly drop me a comment if you feel so moved to do so. Until next time, namaste. Welcome, Aquarius. I have pulled the Nine of Wands clarified by the Five of Pentacles. And this right away is describing a familiar experience for many of you, this sense of being cast out, being marginalized, being outside of the circle of warmth and love in any way that you can apply that to whatever area of your life where it's relevant. For many of you, this is the idea of uh, having your needs met and not having your needs met being more of the common experience that you've learned to adjust to, you've learned to accept. However, through your own efforts, you've come to a place where you understand that you belong in this world. This world needs you. And because of that sense of uh, moving in the areas around those things that you know that you are good at, that you're gifted in, that you have skills that you've developed in those areas, you have come to a place of centrality where you once felt outside. And now you're experiencing the flip of what you've experienced in the past. You know what it's like to not be in the in crowd. You know how lonely and impossible that feeling is of not receiving the attention, confirmation from the fire truck, perhaps. And you have empathy for that experience. I don't believe, because you've been able to flip, in many cases, that social position for yourself, that you have any less or greater empathy with one experience or the other. You certainly understand the sense of unfairness of those that cannot be a part of where the action is at. Being central to this is eye-opening but not surprising, because you haven't changed. You've just accepted your value. And that has been the thing that has turned the key, promoted the transition and transformation in your own life, where you no longer care, if you ever did, about what others think of what you do, but you understand the advantage in having your value appreciated and seen, being included in the workings of an organization or a group, a team, or etc. So this is kind of a fascinating way in which this is incorporated in the growth of an achievement that you are accomplishing at this time. Steps that have often been talked about in the last quite some time around your sense of uh, including everybody, making sure that all parts of any enterprise, organization, or project that you're a part of are able to participate on the basis of their own strengths and thereby be stakeholders in the success of something, increasing the likelihood of success. In the past, the Two of Wands is describing, as it's clarifying, the Magician card. This is where you have honed your skills. You have, again, come to accept your gifts. You've recognized your will as creative and powerful, the power of your intentions to shape your reality. This is one of the tools that you've used to establish yourself, and then to look beyond what's familiar in order to share your gifts, your thoughts, your ideas with new audiences. So this is about the planning that you've done. This is about the steps you've taken, and now the steps you're willing to take to launch yourself in a whole new arena. And for me, there's very little that is strange or unusual or unfamiliar to Aquarians in general because of your expansive uh, way of viewing the world and the frameworks that hold up the world and the way we think. So, if you are launching into something relatively new, this would incline me to believe that you are taking in the world as it is now. And as we all are experiencing, the shifts are dramatic and rapid right now. Things that used to work don't work anymore. And so, in that way, you are retooling your intuitive grasp of what others need. And you recognize the opening up, the cracking open of things that used to be very sealed, very only available to certain kinds of people or to an elite. You see a way in, a way to promote your ideas or the things that you are creating in a world that needs new information, needs new ideas, and certainly needs the sense of greater belonging to a rapidly changing world. In the future, the Sun card is clarified by the Sun card. So I'm just going to take a minute to talk about how this is describing your own liberation, a liberation you've constructed. And in part, that's through your clarity about your intentions, the activation of your creative will, the connection between and the responsibility you take for your experience in the world, knowing that it is to a large extent what you understand you have power over. And that is about the way you want to feel, the way you want to be in the world, not wanting to drag around feelings of alienation, not wanting to accept being left out in the cold, but instead recognizing that we are all products of the earth, of the divine mother, father, masculine, feminine principles, and we all belong where we are. And this sense of empowerment, of self acceptance, of understanding you're here because of the gifts that you have, not despite them, and that embrace of your authentic self, your willingness to put yourself out there to shine in all aspects of your empowerment. particularly in the joy of working towards something that increases the joy of others, the usefulness of the things that you can create, the ideas, the way you can simplify what is needed by others and increase their participation by modeling the sense of value that you accept within yourself and helping others to find their strength, find their talent, find their joy. This is stunning and beautiful, and I'm going to finish this off with an oracle card, and the clear quartz comes out, and I know that the keyword is clarity. I have clarity in all aspects of my life. That's pretty powerful, Aquarius, and I believe it. I hope you've enjoyed this reading. Please like this video. Please share this with others, and subscribe to my channel. I would enjoy your thoughts if you're resonating with any part of this. It's helpful to me. So until next time, namaste.